Now, let's discuss this in details. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you how my best friend actually gave me the drive or the motivation that I needed to stay resilient that time when I was working like 12 hours, long hours, and then still going back to the house to zip Gary, with absolutely no money, months after I started blogging. So I'm going to share all that with you today. And hello, welcome to the Details podcast with AB Akban. So today's topic is all about, earlier we talked about mindset, being or having the right mindset, because without that, you actually just quit when it gets harder. And then months after blogging, I still wasn't making any money. I was just even I was just getting to discover what I got myself into and how broad it was, talking about keyword research. There's so many things that we're not talking about that. Like, I wish I knew earlier. I wish I knew. Probably I would have just, stopped this thing. Was already into it. My school fees was already on the line. So there was no going back. So talking about this, I had a best friend. I don't know, but I had a girl in my life. She was my best friend. Her name is Blessing. And we met, I think, years earlier when I was in SS2. We went for a game competition, Scrabble game competition. As we met, and ever since that, she'd become a part of my life. We were very close. We shared a lot of things in common, a lot of ideologies, those childhood dreams. We were supposed to get and so I know she will kill me when she listens to this. I know she was supposed to get married. So, we had all those plans. Everything was wonderful. I think I asked her out, and she was like, no, we cannot date. We should be friends. This and that. Nah. Okay, so that was it. We're friends. We're actually very good friends. Very, very good friends. Not friends with benefit and not besties. We're best of friends. And so thinking about all the plans we had together, the part that we have to get married soon now, I think it also gave me, the motivation that I needed. I was working my ass out. I was not, at some point I won't even see the screen again, and work 8 in the morning, 8 in the evening, go back to the house, zip Gary for like 30 minutes, just rest a little bit by 9 o'clock, and then all thanks to God, we used to have constant light. That's what I'm saying. Like God do not underestimate the God factor. When God will always show up for you. Listen, we used to have like this constant light in Akbade, constant light for I think like 3 months stretch. So when I'm out of school, I'm back in the house. I'm working from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. That was the limit. So 9 to 1, so I can sleep and wake up and prepare before Faith comes around by 7, because that was the constant. It wasn't like a rule, but that was just the fact. I just need that by 7 o'clock Faith to show up. I don't want to keep him waiting, so we just have to get started. So that was it. So when I told her about the host, she was very excited. Oh, come on, this is cool. And I got into it, and she really gave me the motivation. But things changed later on, and I'll still share this part with you. So months after I fell in love with the whole thing, not the whole thing, I fell in love with what I was doing. It was like, oh my God, for the first time, I was learning so much, like what I was not even learning in school. And I will show you how this affected my academics in another episode. I was learning so much, and it was all practical, where you try this and you see the result almost immediately. It was crazy. I never had to learn something this fast. I was just in love with it. So I now spent more time on the work, and I was beginning to spend less time with her. And that became a problem. Maybe small wahala. That became a problem. But I wish she even told me that was a problem. It would have been understandable, but she did not. So she was just okay when I tell her about the stuff. Oh, it's going okay. Yeah, nice. But I knew that everything was not right, and slowly, everything wasn't right again. But I want her to know this, that I did not replace you with, my work. Actually, at some point she called me a workaholic, that I work too much. And well, that was true, but I wish you had made me understand how you felt about my work. I wish we talked about it, but we did not do that. So everything I did was actually for you. When I looked at the brand I think the primary motive, if I'm becoming a millionaire, of course, even if I become a millionaire, how am I going to spend the money with? I have to spend it with someone. So you were the shall I say, the forefront of. In fact, it was you. I was literally staying up all night for you because I wanted our futures, our dreams to come true, and to come true very fast. I knew that very soon you want to get married and all those chick thing. So I just had to make that happen. So all those times I used to push myself beyond limits. It was just because I wanted our dreams to happen very fast and just to happen quickly. And I wish you understood that when I tried explaining to you. But I'm still very grateful for that. Just having you in my life or knowing you meant the whole world to me. And I'm still happy that, although we're not talking as we used to talk before, but I'm still grateful that you are my friend. You mean a whole lot to me. So thank you, Blessing, for being a great friend and for being such a big part of my story. I really appreciate you. So, ouch, I didn't think this was going to end emotionally. I'm not crying. I mean, I would not do that. I'm now a big CEO, and CEOs oh, men don't cry, right? Yeah, so ouch. Just subscribe to the podcast and see you. Thank you for listening to Indito's podcast. This podcast is brought to you by color.com.